Hello, welcome to In the Zone. I'm Dave Patty.
And I'm Mark Timmerman, a disgrace to humankind.
Mark Timmerman is a disgrace to humankind. I believe Willie Brown also said that about you. What are we referring to?
Actually, Willie Brown, he did call Elvis Gerbach, the 49ers second-string quarterback, a disgrace to humankind. And I need to address that, Dave.
Okay.
Can I do that?
Go ahead. Let me kind of sit back here, and I'll kind of relax for a few minutes.
I want to talk to this camera over here is what I want to do, Dave.
Okay, go ahead.
Come on in. This goes right out to Willie Brown, Dave. You, sir, are a disgrace to humankind. There it is, Dave.
That's all? That's all you have to say? You've been building this up for a week, and that's all you have to say?
Okay, I got another thing. Okay, one more time. Come here. Willie Brown, you won't be around when the new stadium's built. There you go, Dave.
Oh, that's harsh. Now, you mean that he's moving up in his political career, or is he going to stagnate in
This says it all. Go ahead, Bill. Look at that, Dave.
Oh,
Willie Brown's career in the toilet.
I think that's more...
anyway,
speaking of our show right now, that's enough of that, because there's a lot of real football action going on here, not just politics and people shooting their mouth off. We got the pro games this weekend. We got the 49ers versus the Baltimore Ravens here in San Francisco, the Baltimore via Cleveland Brown Ravens. They're going to be coming to town 1 o'clock on Sunday, and the Oakland Can't Sell 'Em Out Raiders, they're going to be playing the Minnesota Vikings Sunday evening at 5. Don't bother turning on your TV because you're not going to see it unless maybe your cable system doesn't quite get that blackout going. And we got some college stuff coming up, too. We got Stanford. They're going to be playing Washington State. Stanford's pretty hot right now. Washington State's not really. And Cal is playing Oregon. So those are your local games this weekend.
Now, Dave, who do you think is going to win between the 49ers and the Baltimore Ravens?
You can never, I've said this before, and I've violated it a couple of times, and I've really paid heavily for it. You never bet, I'll go over, you never bet against the 49ers. Never. Every time that I have, there goes the money, here you go, or a dinner or something like that. So I'm going to have to say the 49ers. Now, what do you think about the wrong? You want to bet?
More money, Dave.
That's right. What about the Raiders and those Minnesota Vikings?
Dave, if I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times.
Yeah, I know.
Raiders need to get their act together.
Uh-huh.
Now, who are they playing again? The Vikings.
The Vikings.
Vikings are on a roll, are they not?
Not really.
They're not on a roll.
They're
not doing so hot. I've just been informed. But I haven't been following them very closely. But I'll tell you this, Dave. Denny Green, actually, it's their coach.
It's not going to happen.
Was rumored to go to the Oakland Raiders next season. He wasn't concerned about what the Vikings were doing this season.
Yeah.
But anyway, to get back to your original question, Raiders will lose and lose big.
I don't know. I'm going to have to pick the Raiders here just because they're kind of due for a close win.
They've been due for 2 years. Dave. What are you going to bring?
I think that somebody's got a comment.
Well, we'd like to bring someone out real quick here.
You got a comment?
There he
comes.
This is our resident pontificating.
Watch out for the food there.
Out of the way from the other show.
Boy, it smells good in here.
Oh, that's great.
But I didn't get any food. That's from the morning show.
Can't put this on here.
Okay. I think that it's hooked up.
I'm on a mic. What?
I thought that you had a comment. The director said that
Raiders and Vikings. Who's your pick, sir?
Raiders. Vikings are just got way too full of themselves early on in the season, and you can pretty much take it that the Raiders are going to win. Too bad we're not going to be able to see it, huh?
That's right. Now, I'm thinking that maybe they're going to mess up down at the cable head end, and they're not going to quite get that blackout going.
We can only hope so.
And it'll be on ESPN, but it won't be on your local channel that actually bid for it and paid a lot of money to get the contract for the local Sunday night
seeing
games.
Marywood Children reruns or something? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty sad, but hey, that's the way it goes sometimes.
So that's my comment. Raiders
that's it?
and the Niners should be able to take Baltimore, but
you know not to bet against the 49ers, right?
yeah, I do.
Okay.
I know that one. When you do, you lose.
That's right.
Okay, thanks for letting me on the show, guys.
Thank you so
Go back
much
and finish the soup from the morning show.
God, that smells
Where's that
good.
at anyway?
There's some more over the set over there.
Where did it go?
More soup.
It's back there.
Okay. Now let's move on
good
to some high school stuff.
High school.
Okay.
Logan defeated Newark Memorial, or is that
That's
an old
right.
score?
Well,
That's the new
it's
one.
from last week. Since we're on Fridays, we always pick it up, kind of a week late. And James Logan, they took Newark Memorial 37-0. Charlie Smith, he's like the top guy in the MVAL, pretty much. He scored Logan's first 16 points pretty much by himself. He scored them all in the second quarter. He had a 37-yard touchdown run for Logan's first score. Then he blocked a Cougar punt, rolled out of the end zone for a safety. That's the way that works. And then he scored a touchdown on a 63-yard return of the free kick following that safety. And he finished the game with 113 yards on 14 carries. And he had Logan's only pass reception for 65 yards. Threw like one pass the whole game.
What's that all about, Dave?
They were a running team, and they do it, so you can't complain. Huh?
Now, I wanted to let you know, Charlie Smith is actually the son of the Fremont Football League president. Just to
Oh,
let you
really?
know. Just a
Wow.
little factor for you. Damian McKee returned a third-quarter kickoff for 90 yards, and he scored a touchdown on that. Jason Peace, he had runs of 26 and 64, and he finished the game with 137 yards on 10 carries, Dave.
Right.
Washington and Irvington.
Now, that was last week's game. Now, Irvington played again last night, and we'll get to that in a little bit. But Washington took Irvington
What a
55-0. Brian Arias blocked a punt, and it was recovered in the end zone by Mike Rojas for Washington's first touchdown. Jeff Reynolds had 2 touchdowns for the Huskies, first on an 8-yard pass and the second on a 2-yard run. Brian Glock?
Dave, I think he had 2 touchdowns rushing, and he threw 4. How many touchdowns,
3.
Dave?
That's 3 again.
Magic number again today.
All right.
Tommy Burns, 2 receptions, 86 yards, both resulting in touchdowns, Dave.
Score! 30
Go,
and
go, go.
56 yards.
And I don't know what's up with Kennedy, Dave.
Well, that was last
Out of
week's game,
control.
too. American played last night, but they played Kennedy last week. 35-0 Kennedy took American. Gary McGraw, he's another top NVAL player. He
Out of
ran
control.
4 touchdowns. He was like the whole game almost. Totaled 161 yards on 7 rushes. He scored on rushes of 7, 60, 5, and 3 yards. And he had a reception for 21 yards all around.
How about, I can't pronounce the name, Dave. Mahari?
That's good.
Mahiri Moore had a touchdown on a 1-yard run. He finished the game with 65 yards, 7 carries. And tell me what's this? There's a little wrench thrown into the whole game,
That
Dave.
was the game where American had a forfeit at halftime because they ran out of players. They had a couple players ejected, a couple of injuries. They only started the game with 19 players, and they only had 8 healthy ones.
A throwback to the old days when they went both ways.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, Dave?
Yeah,
Do you hear what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
But we got to say that, American showed a lot of class this
Sure they
year. They didn't have a lot of players, a lot of injuries, a lot of, sad stuff happening, but they finished out the season and, they stuck to it. And last night's game, Irvington 21, American 6.
Danny Wedgeschlag ran for 2 touchdowns for the Vikings, and quarterback Keith Carroll scored the other touchdown on the 3-yard run. Pat Schmeckel. I remember Pat.
Schmeckel to Stickle.
That's right.
That combination for American.
14-yard pass to Stickle for the only Eagle score, and the American had 14 yards in that whole game.
Right, and we got games coming up.
Who's playing this Friday, Dave?
Tonight, we got Newark Memorial versus John F. Kennedy.
Should be a good game.
Clayton Valley and James Logan. And
that'll just be a mismatch.
Clayton Valley is 3-6.
And,
James Logan's 9-0 in non-league.
And Mission, which is 2-3, is going to take on Washington with a reciprocal record of a 3-2 record. Now we have the schedule there.
Yeah,
I didn't really get a look at
yeah.
it.
If we could go back to the
Please.
schedule.
Who's playing this? Anyway, I think we just went over that.
Well, anyways, Logan, they're
There it is.
Yeah.
That's what we just said,
back.
Dave.
Yeah,
That's what we just
Memorial
talked
Kennedy,
about.
Clayton Valley, Logan, Mission versus Washington. Logan, of course, won the MVAL 6-0 right now. And Newark. Okay, Newark. They're in second, and Washington and Kennedy.
Okay.
They're all battling for second place. So that's kind of how that is. Now we got some leaders for the MVAL. If we'll bring up the graphics for those, we got Charlie Smith, of course, from James Logan. He's the rushing leader at this point. This is through last weekend's games, so it won't include the Irvington American game last night. Charlie Smith, 1,135 yards. Jason Grant, Newark Memorial, followed Jason Pease, Gary McGraw, Mahari Moore, God, I can't say that, and Brian Glock, Washington. And now we can go to the next board. We can just cycle through these until we kind of run out of them. We have the the next page.
Maybe we should talk about the passing
there
leaders,
we
Dave.
go, passing leaders.
Zamir Amin,
12,900.
1,295 yards.
Wow.
What's J.C. Meyer for Memorial up to, Dave?
935.
Keith Carroll for Irvington, 817 yards. Pat Schmeckel, that we mentioned earlier, 799. And Dave?
Johnny Carraro, Mission San Jose.
I think he used to produce the news last semester.
Did he? 784 yards.
Yeah.
And the next one, we got...
Was it the rushing leaders? No.
Let's see, the next one.
Receiving leaders, Dave. We got Gary McGraw, 610 yards. Jeff Johnson, 428.
Yep.
Sean Silva, 410 for Mission San Jose.
Yep. And we can move on to the scoring leaders.
And the rest are obvious there.
Yeah. And Gary McGraw there. You've seen his name before. Jason Grant, Charlie Smith.
Just lighten it up.
And team offense, James Logan, 3,310 yards. That'll be the next graphic there, 3,310, and Newark Memorial, 3,273. All the way down to American at 1,459. And the defense will be the next one, and Logan is leading that again, only giving up 1,855 yards, all the way down to American at giving up almost 3,000 yards after last night. Is 3,000 yards.
That's a lot of information, Dave. I am exhausted.
Me too.
Can we take
Let's
a break?
take a break.
I am just parched.
We're going to be coming back. We got some Pee Wee football.
Pee Wee football, and we have our special guest live from Newport Beach.
Yeah.
Professor Jay.
Hopefully he's still on the phone. He's been holding for a while.
Hold on there, Jay. We'll get to you in a second. I've got a
Okay.
picture of me and Jay here. If we could get a as we go to break.
Okay.
This is me and Professor Jay.
Fuck.
Right
There
there.
you go.
All right, and we'll be right back with In the Zone with our special guest, Professor Jay,
All right.
when we come back. Right, Dave?
That's right.
Hi, Mark. Host Mom, Lola, Kelman, your host Dad.
Embrace the world with youthful understanding. For you can
Host a YFU student and join thousands of American families as part of Youth for Understanding International Exchange.
embrace the world.
Embrace the world. Become a YFU host family or volunteer. Call 1-800-ARE-YOU-READY?
See these hands? They love to play, but not with matches. They love to explore, but not near electric outlets. If there's smoke, these ears will know because the batteries in our smoke detectors will be working. And if there's ever a fire, these precious feet will know exactly where to turn because Cody Gifford's parents planned a fire escape route. My name is Kathy Lee Gifford, and I love my family too much to let them be hurt. So we fight fires before they start. So should you.
Find out more. Write USFA, Box 70274, Washington, D.C.
In the Zone, a disgrace to humankind.
That's right.
It's our new motto, Dave. Now, I understand there was a little playoff action in the Fremont Football League.
That's right. The Broncos and the Jets. They played. Broncos won that one 26-14, which means the Broncos are the champ.
Of the American division, I think.
That's
They're the
right.
champions. They earned that right.
Uh-huh.
What happened in that game, Dave? I have no idea. I wasn't at that one.
Okay, Bobby Delgado ran for 102 yards and 2 touchdowns, and Guillermo Castro rushed for 145 yards and a touchdown for the Bronx. And Merced Evans, the quarterback, threw a touchdown pass to Chris Wonderley of the Broncos for the other score.
And the other game I was at was the Steelers and the Redskins, and we actually had the Redskins coach on the week before, and we got to get a little insight. Redskins actually fell a little short, but as you'll see in the tape that we have prepared, it was a great game.
Okay.
And it was probably the best game I've witnessed, pro, college, or otherwise, Dave.
Yeah, there was a lot of offense in that game. Final 43-28.
38, Dave.
38, rather. They can roll that tape of the highlights. Sean Poon, he's one of the Steelers players, running back, all-around player. He scored 5 touchdowns in this game. Finished the game with 216 yards rushing and 61 yards receiving. Here's...
Now, I got to tell you this, Dave. The other running backs for the Steelers actually just stepped up because Redskins almost shut down Boom Boom Poon. He did break free for a couple scores, as you'll see on the tape here. But number 40, I want to point him out. Number 40 here for the Redskins was just a phenomenal player this game. Dave, he was rushing like he was Barry Sanders possessed. Are you hearing me, Dave?
Yes, I am. I'm kind of watching the highlights. I'm really intrigued by all this. I'm kind of mesmerized.
I want to try something here. This is a wonderful tape for these reasons, Dave. It's got a little music to it, but it also retains the natural ambiance sound. Now, what I want to try here, Dave, is let's just listen to the sounds and watch the visuals of this game, Dave. Now, just try this for a couple seconds.
Let's
just
try
listen. Pure excitement, don't you think?
Wow, that's great. I love that, just listening to it.
I'm going nuts over here, Dave.
Okay.
Where's the tape, anyway?
Well, anyways, we're going to get through the rest of the players here.
There's number 40 again. Number 40, watch,
Number
Dave.
40 for the Redskins.
Out of control.
Man, look at him go. Okay, Zach Palas had a touchdown and totaled 108 yards on the ground. Joey Villanueva, 8 of 11 passes for 92 yards and a touchdown.
Matt Gonzalez recovered a fumble and had 13 tackles. Chris Chambers, 5 tackles, and he intercepted a pass. Nick Ballantyne had 4 tackles, and he recovered a fumble.
That's right.
And I think Kenny Johnson, I may be mistaken here, Dave, 10 tackles.
Tough kid.
I think on the phone we've got our special guest from
Newport Beach.
It's Newport Beach.
That's somewhere down around L.A.
Professor Jay, are you there?
Hey guys, how you doing?
Pretty good. So is it foggy down there right now?
It is very foggy.
Very foggy.
It's
so
nasty, but probably not as bad as the Bay Area.
Oh, yeah. So when it's foggy, what's the volleyball situation like down there?
The volleyball?
Yeah.
Well, you know, we still have our beach goers, even though it's pouring down rain. You can still see people hanging out at the beach. Pretty wild, crazy. I miss it back up north, though. You never.
Right. So, Mark, you got a question for
Professor Jay?
Right.
You're in Newport Beach. How close are you to Disneyland?
Disneyland's about 15 minutes without traffic. With traffic's probably about 3 hours.
Wow. All right. Well, my question is, we'll get back to Disneyland a little later. Now, tell me now, you have no professional football team down in Los Angeles. What's that like?
Mark, you are correct. Yesterday I was listening to the local radio station down here, the Sports Talk, and they were asking people if they wanted a professional football team or whatever, you know, down here, and it was unanimous. No, they don't want one.
They don't want one.
Why not?
Because they can't stand it if their team is losing, so they won't go. So the team loses money. It's just crazy.
You know, one funny thing this past September when the Dodgers were playing the Padres in the final series, I went down there and I watched the final game of the season.
Right.
Dodgers Padres, and sat there the whole game, and they never gave a football score. It was a Sunday, and I was thinking, you know, they must really not care down here. You know,
it's anti-football. LA is anti-football. The only team they have is the Chargers down here, and you know how their record is. I think they're at 6-4 or something.
Hey, Professor?
Yeah.
Now, what's the feeling on the UCLA and USC football teams? Is that kind of a substitute?
Actually, yeah, that is a substitute, but not a very good one. USC is not even 500 right now. UCLA has got major NC2A problems, but it's crazy here without a football. It kind of gives me a chance to watch the Niners because they play them every Sunday.
Right. So are most people down there that are football fans? There's got to be a few. Now, are they like holdover fans of the Raiders or 49er fans, basically?
Yeah, it's kind of funny because even though they hated the Raiders when they were down here, nobody showed up to the games. But when they moved, everybody all of a sudden bringing out the jackets and everything. But we don't hear very many Rams fans, thank God. And then pretty much it's Raiders and the Chargers, but that's about it if there's any.
Now, Professor J, you would be in pro football were it not for your torn tendon in your foot. Is that not right?
That is correct, Mark. Yep, I had my heydays back in 1992.
You had your heyday, you said?
Yeah, that was before the major accident, you know.
Now, you're working at the Black Angus. Is that not correct?
That is true.
Now, because sports analysts need to, kind of buttress their career
right.
with, they got to support themselves. But now that's in Irvine. Is that not right?
Actually, it's in Lake Forest.
Oh, okay.
A little bit farther down the freeway.
Now, okay, I want to get back to Disneyland if I could.
No problem.
Now, without talking about anything illegal here, what's your favorite Disneyland moment?
My favorite Disneyland moment?
Yeah.
Everybody has a favorite Disneyland moment. I don't care if you're 900 years old, you've probably been to Disneyland. My favorite moment was probably when we can't talk about illegal things. Probably when me and, Brad and Josh,
right,
your friends there, local Fremont people, and we walked in the back gate wearing their little candy cane costumes and walked around Toontown about maybe 9 o'clock at night after the park closed around 6.
Wow.
So, yeah, it was probably pretty nice.
Thank you for that knowledge, LAJ.
Okay.
Now, LAJ.
Right.
You ever play the pickup football games?
Every Sunday, every Super Bowl Sunday is a major pickup football game day. Full contact, crazy tackle, wild, crazy. Brings back all the glory days, and pretty much everybody shows up for that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, I guess Professor J, I don't think there's much more we can ask you except for this. You're a 49er fan, are you not?
Absolutely.
Now, how would someone know that you're a 49er fan? Maybe something about your license plate, maybe with the big frame. I don't know. Just the 49ers. Anyway,
Yeah.
the question is, what do they need to do to get back on track?
What do the Niners need to do?
Because you're an analyst,
All right, let me tell you what I think about this. You guys may be a little bit upset. I say, get rid of Grubak.
Ooh,
Call up.
Come on, LA.
Call up Big Joe, okay? Say, Joe, we need you to come out every once in a while, throw a couple TDs, and you're hanging, We'll pay you a couple mil on the side. I think Joe might want to do something like that.
I don't know. The only place that I've seen Joe lately is on those Mervyn's commercials, and the shoppers are like smacking him down into the cement.
I know, but you see, he's training. He's still training.
So he's getting tougher.
That's right. All those women after him.
Tougher through endorsements.
Who do you foresee in the NFC Championship game?
NFC Championship? I hope to see the Niners.
And who
else? And possibly, I don't know, the Cowboys are looking good.
That's kind of what I said at the beginning of our program here. Dallas was like 1-3, and I said you can't count them out.
Right.
Because they've been there before. They've got the talent and all that, those sort of things. People were like, "Oh yeah, right."
Yep.
But that's just kind of wishful thinking up here in the Bay Area since we hate Dallas so much.
Well, they've got their kinks worked out pretty much.
Yeah.
And they're kind of on a roll right now. I'd look out for them.
Professor J?
Yeah.
We do a little segment here called 5 Questions. And I think it's that time.
That's right.
As you can hear the music. You hear the music, don't you?
Yes, I hear it.
All right. It's 5 Questions time, Professor. Here we go.
All righty.
We're going to see if you're prepared here. What is in coleslaw? What are the ingredients, Professor?
In coleslaw?
Yeah.
Probably a little mayonnaise, A little orange spice. I don't know.
Do they slip a little bit of avocado in down in L.A.?
They could. I think it's possible.
Yeah,
Is
I
that
think
correct?
that would be tasty.
Is that a correct answer?
It sounds good to me.
No, that's
it's
wrong. We're actually looking for lettuce, cabbage, and mayonnaise. Sorry.
And maybe a little bit of
Little
pickle.
sugar.
I got the mayonnaise part.
Oh, okay. You got part of it right. Anyway, okay, number 2. Are you ready for this, Professor?
I'm ready.
What's your favorite line from the movie Tombstone?
What's
Please
that
recite
one?
it for
All
us.
hell's coming with me or something?
Say it again.
All hell is coming with me, something like that.
That is correct.
Oh,
I've never seen the movie, so I
Great
wouldn't
movie.
know.
Would you
Really
recommend that movie, Professor?
oh, definitely.
good? I'm going to get down to my local video store.
Nathan, you know a little something about this next topic. Let's go with number 3 here. Why do fools fall in love?
Why do fools fall in love?
Yeah.
Mark, don't ask me those kind of questions. Because they're not very educated.
Oh, that's wrong. It's because they're idiots. Okay.
Because they're fools.
They're fools, Dave. I mean, come on. Now, I think Dave's got 4 through 5 here for you.
Okay.
Make it easy.
What's up with Modesto?
Let's see. What's up with Modesto? Nothing. It's flat.
Yeah, it's sort of like Bakersfield down there.
It's kinda,
That is
it's
correct,
worse.
Dave.
That's right.
Now let's go for number 5.
Number 5, this is the bonus question. This
5.
will get you into the bonus round.
Oh, yeah.
If we had a bonus round. This is another question referring back to Disneyland,
Oh, no.
the Magic Kingdom, the happiest place on
Happiest
earth.
place on earth.
Right.
If you're wearing a candy cane.
Matterhorn or teacups?
If you're what?
Matterhorn or teacups. Dang it. Listen to the man.
Teacups, baby!
Teacups. Spinning, nowhere to
Excellent.
go.
Get me
Hey,
sick.
Professor J,
What's that?
thanks for coming on the show.
Hey, thanks, fellas.
Thanks a lot.
All right, take it easy.
Have a good time at school.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, lovely.
Hey, Dave, before we do our little
Sayonara.
sayonara deal, we've got a picture here of our director.
That's right, Jamie
with the,
Datz.
with the former safety of, I believe it's Princeton. That's Dean Cain right there, Dave.
Dean Cain, he's all he's hiding from his public. I'm not sure if they saw that.
I think they did.
Did they?
Okay, let's go to this.
Okay, they saw it.
We've got a little something we prepared here, and let's just go ahead and show it, and we'll say
This
goodbye.
we're going to say goodbye, and these are the awards for the Fremont Football League for the Steelers and the Redskins.
We'll see you
fixing
next week
stuff
with
up.
our very special guest that we can't name right now, just because it's really top secret. So,
All right.
see you.
First of all, I want to thank the Redskins for having a hell of a season.
Yeah, baby.
It was definitely a job. It starts with their head coach. Thank you, Brad. Thank you, Brad. And I want to say thank you to our parents, okay, the players' parents. Without you, we would not have all these wonderful players out here. I want to thank my own Steeler parents. Thank you very much.